Where school overval in Vereniging will head to the North Gauteng High Court today to try and overturn a Gauteng Education Department decision forcing the school to accept an additional 55 pupils. The school's governing body brought the urgent application after the Gauteng Education Department took an administrative decision to place the pupils in the school. This was above the 142 pupils already accepted by the institution. The 55 pupils all apply to her school overval. However, the school maintains that it has reached its capacity, whilst the department said the pupils were denied places based on their language preference. The school's Afrikaans-only language policy was previously rejected by the Education Department. We are now joined on the phone line by Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi. MEC, thank you for joining us this morning. The school maintains that it has reached its capacity, whilst your department perhaps says that the pupils were denied places based on their language preference. Can you perhaps shed more light on this matter?
Well, that's the argument we're going to present in court this morning. We are of the view, according to our records, that the school has the capacity of more than 800 learners. And the figures that we have at our disposal currently is that the school currently has around 600 and above numbers. So we want to argue very strongly that there is available space to accommodate other learners. And also as a department, we are also, because of the demographics around that school has changed. So we are of the view that we need to introduce another language, preferably English. And will provide all the relevant support that is needed in terms of textbook, in terms of educators, so that a new language can be introduced in that area. But unfortunately, instead of speaking to us, the school decided to go to court, and we've accepted the challenge to say we'll argue in court this morning.
In terms of a decision, how soon can we expect a decision to be made for these pupils?
Well, we are now in the hands of the court, so because this matter was brought as an agent matter, we're quite convinced that before the school opens, maybe court will have passed judgment and will know whether indeed we're right or the school was right. But where we stand, we believe all our schools belongs to all our children. There must be no one who believes that they can determine the future of our children on the basis of language. All our schools are meant for all our children, and all our children must play and study together. You can't have a situation where parents apply at a school and you are not accepted purely because you are speaking Xhosa or you are speaking Zulu or you are speaking Sepedi. If we tolerate that kind of behavior, we believe that we have failed in our mandate to build a truly interracial country.
MEC, just for clarity's sake, you mentioned the capacity of the school, but I mean, what is the capacity of the school for the number of learners, and can they make space for more of these learners? Just for clarity's sake.
Well, we've got 31,000 learners that need to be placed in our schools. So all our schools naturally will have to go beyond their normal numbers purely because we've got 31,000 learners. I can't go to these parents and say I can't place you in our schools. They've got a constitutional right to have their children in our schools. So it's not only these schools, and other schools will approach them to say, yeah, extra numbers of learners, find a way of absorbing.
All right, MEC, let's leave it there. Thank you for joining us. MEC for Gauteng Education, Panyaza Lesufi, updating us on the Hoërskool overval and Vereniging incident. We will be heading to the North Gauteng High Court today to try and overturn a Gauteng Education Department decision forcing the school to accept an additional 55 pupils. We will be updating you as that story unfolds.